that
Alright, welcome to the 2015 stream, or
It's
heading
not
into
for 2015 yet.
I guess, heading into 2015 stream. In this live stream we'll be talking about what's to come, decks, any ideas on the new ban list, even though that's quite a long while away. All that fun stuff. If you want to say your YouTube names, go right ahead.
I am
Hey.
Platinum Stardust.
Testing my mic. Can you guys hear me?
Nope.
Yes.
We cannot hear you.
Alright, sweet.
I know just who to invite to. If it's okay,
Go ahead. As he goes silent.
I know one new YouTuber we have to invite, and it's not Thomas.
He's like, send me the link. I'm like, we're full.
Yeah, I wish I could invite someone, but we can't. We are full.
Hold on.
You could just use Twitch.
I'm telling Thomas that.
We have Kaiba Corp here, who would kill.
I don't know, but I don't think Avery likes to talk to me anymore, and I have no idea why. But, alright, so let's talk about the hero starter deck, structure deck, whatever you want to call the fucking thing.
Infernities, that is all.
I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't looked at any of the new support yet.
Because, like, we saw how hard it dominated in the OCG, and they had Stratos and Rhoda, but, we have 3 Rhodas and no Stratos. But the searching power is still the same, except that you can use a Rhoda to grab Dark Mist, and then or Shadow Mist, and then summon him and mask change him in the same turn that you search him out. Like you don't have to use your normal summon to search with 3 Rhodas.
And not only that, with the structure that giving us mask change in a second, a lot of decks can now make mask heroes.
Yeah.
Like Shaddolls.
Now Roland, Roland. I know you are exactly the same as me, and you play Noble Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I personally don't think heroes are going to really affect us that much, but what are your views?
About Noble Knights?
About Noble Knights being able to take down or being destroyed by heroes?
I think that it's kind of a skill matchup, but Noble Knights overall have the advantage.
This is true. Now,
Darklaw's not that big, and Darklaw is like the boss monster. Although, what's his face? Heroes do have some really nasty tricks. Like, the worst thing, if they summon Masked Hero Absolute Zero, and then mask change him into Acid, Acid will destroy all of your stuff, and then Absolute Zero will resolve destroying your Sacred King before Destiny can re-equip to him.
But see now, the fact is, non-fusion zone is still a thing, and so is Valor.
And so is Vanities.
And so is Prohibition. Micah Fox, straight out of the bat, I use iTech and 2 Prohibition, and I stop a lot of decks with it.
Yeah, but the problem is if you don't know what if your opponent knows what you're gonna be, if your opponent knows what you're gonna call, they're gonna probably have that MST waiting for you.
This is true, but like I said, Valor, Breakthrough, all that stuff is still there. It still is prominent, even though a lot of that stuff, like you said, Acid can destroy most of our crap. But does Acid target?
Mask changing Absolute Zero into Acid because Acid will destroy all of your spells and traps before, and then Absolute Zero will destroy your monsters before your spells get a chance to reattach.
That is true.
Unless you have actually no, Destiny would protect your monster if you have Destiny out.
No, it wouldn't, because you
the
mask
destruction. Yeah, but the structure. So what happens is, you know how Chain Link 1 would be the Acid, and then Chain Link 2 would be the Absolute Zero.
No, you have it the other way around.
Yeah, it's.
Oh yeah, depending. Because Absolute Zero is a mandatory effect. That's how come.
Yeah, but simultaneous effects go on a chain doesn't work the same way. That's how it works in the OCG. In the TCG, Segoff does not actually exist, and it's just whichever effect triggers the happen first. It's really dumb.
But you also forget that it also the acid play isn't always good depending on like that acid into what is it? The absolute into acid isn't gonna always be the optimal play. Most people will just go straight to Dark Wall nowadays.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they're having trouble getting over your Sacred King, or like if you decide to break out the Sacred King, they can get over it, like nobody's business, using that combo.
Yeah.
And then it even hurts more if they've got Dark Wall on the field, because then your king and all of your equipped spells will be banished.
But the great thing I like about the next format is freaking not all that, but rather the fact that we have 2 Honest, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that does definitely play in the 2 Honest, and same with the 2 Dark Hole.
The fact that like now we're like the OCG with the beat stick for all.
Yep.
Now I can see Bujin standing up more of a chance against Cleaforts. Like their hardest matchup will no longer be Cleafort. Like their harder matches will no longer be like Shaddoll, Burning Abyss, or Cleafort. It's gonna be fucking Neckcloths.
Yep. But Neckcloths, I've never faced them. I don't really know that much about them. I know their rituals. But
Neckcloths are really OP.
Yep. That's why that's why they're probably gonna get shafted like how they did in the OCG, because that deck was difficult to power create.
I think that Clifford is going to like fall out of favor to Neckcloth, and the Neckcloth and Burning Abyss are going to be the top 2 decks.
I don't think Clifforts are gonna fall out of favor, because that deck is still consistent as hell. Like the fact that you have Skill Drain to basically undermine Neckcloths and Burning Abyss, like most of your matchups.
I mean, Neckcloths can main MSTs, Night Beams, Twisters. They can side in Fairy Wind, arrows.
But it's also the same. The same can go for Cleaforts too. They side in, they main deck Night Beams and they main deck MSTs. They also side deck a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, but that doesn't hurt Neckcloths at all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
The only thing that Clifforts can do against Neckcloths is Vanities and Skill Drain. But Neckcloths have so much stuff to answer that. They've got Denkos, MSTs, Night Beams, Twisters, Fairy Wind.
Yes, Neckcloths, you both do raise both very good points on Neckcloths. They're going to have some hard matchups, and they can easily trump and destroy just about a lot of other things. Now, back to the Noble Knights. There's been rumors about how Queen is going to become a totally different monster and all that crap.
I don't believe it.
Now, if it were true, and Queen became the Queen of Camelot and all that stuff, and if those effects that were posted were true, Noble Knights would be, in my view, in Tier 1.
I didn't see that.
Because with Queen of Camelot...
The effects are like, I didn't see what it is that you're talking about.
Like Queen of the Camelot, if she does become a real card,
yeah, I just haven't seen this the Camelot leak or fake
it's just the fact that
it
Noble Knights, if we do get a card like her of saying that you can't, all your Noble Knights are affected by other monster effects, would be amazing.
But there's other ways around Noble Knights, like you're like your hardest matchup, like overall, like because of the fact that it's the exact opposite to it is spellbooks.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem beating spellbooks.
Because
I still run the Veilers, the Prohibition, the Mistakes, the
Oh, you haven't seen my spellbooks, then. You haven't seen mine.
Have you ever faced Leaf? Or Left, whatever you call him?
Huh?
Have you ever faced Left or Leaf, however you want to say his name?
Who's that, Left or Leaf?
He is an extremely good spellbook player.
I've never faced her.
Is your build the basic, is it, priestess or no priestess?
I do mix. Like, I do, like, there's one version that runs pure priestess.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one I call the Say Uncle build.
Now, are you like every other spellbook player where you rely on Blue Boy and that other Justice chick?
I do Blue Boy. I don't play Justice.
Dude, why the fuck wouldn't you play Justice?
I play Jowgen.
Dude, like, every spellbook player, like, every spellbook deck plays Justice. That's like building fucking Burning Abyss without Skarm.
I play Jowgen.
Nah, bro, you're seriously like trying to build Burning Abyss without Skarm, or like Noble Knights without Boars. It just doesn't fucking work, homie. I'm sorry.
It works. It works in the OCG. They don't play.
Well, no, I'm talking TCG. I don't play OCG. Because OCG could be stuck over in Japan land and all that stupid shit. I'm talking here where we are right now.
I would honestly like to see this deck list. The top, or the one without Justice.
Yeah, I actually would like to see it.
Yes, show it.
Sure.
Would you want to see it in action?
No, just show us the list.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up.
To be determined. Now, Roland, what are your thoughts of Bedwire? I personally only like him at 1.
Yeah, he's a good one of.
Yeah.
Bedivere?
Hmm?
Is it Bedivere or
Bedwire? Bedivere, whatever.
Bro, I don't only play Noble Knights. Like, I'm just generally all around a really good player. They are my personal pet deck, but they're not like my competitive go-to deck.
Yeah. What's your competitive go-to deck?
I like playing Clips a lot. And Necron.
Oh, you play Quillos. Oh, God. Quillfort, whatever you want to fucking call them.
Yeah, dude, they're too good.
I know how the deck runs and everything, but...
This is my Say Your Uncle build.
Let's see, Say Your Uncle build, yeah. Let's see, we got Priestess, Blue Boy.
Say Uncle.
Do you really have Shaddolls in there?
Yep.
Ugh. Roland, your thoughts
on this prophecy deck?
Yeah, I personally don't think it worked. I don't know how that would really work that much. Like, I can see the whole purpose behind it.
Like, how do you win, bro?
I've been like my best matchup with this was Kleese, actually.
I mean,
I actually improved my Klee matchups better.
I mean, this is how I see it. You've got, like, 3 different monsters. You've got Priestess, Spellbook Magician, and Dragon. You have Dragon in there mostly for utility, and the Falcon is also in there just for utility, like to recycle your dragons and stuff. The Magician, he's also there for utility. And then High Priestess is like your main win condition, but you have no way to search her out.
I mean, I could see the whole, doing the tower and everything, but...
And deck thinning. I'm constantly deck thinning, thanks to the...
Yeah, thanks to, like, the Shadow, Sinister Game, and Reckless Greed. But... I can see multiple ways to shut this deck down, though. Well, just by my card choice, but... Like I said, Valor, Prohibition... mistakes.
But again, if you didn't know this build...
Well, yeah, I mean, if I didn't know this build, but I faced it once, I would probably have a hard time facing it off at first, because I wouldn't know exactly what you're doing. But
I just don't see any damage in this deck aside from Priestess, but you don't have any way to search her out, so I feel like you don't really, like, you wouldn't have access to her.
You can through this, like, grabbing all the crap. Like,
Dragon
is
technically your damage. And Dragon technically is also your damage card, because I've been using Dragon to poke at my opponent's life points continuously, and then I would set it, flip it back up, and then bounce everything.
Oh, here, how about this?
Now see, if you were playing Justice, you wouldn't have to do that.
No. Roland, I'm sorry if I I'm mixing up names here. Do you have a spellbook build on DN?
I could take one.
And this is my other one.
The way you think it should be made, and then you face his say uncle build, and he'll face the way you think it's properly made.
And this is my standard build.
That's your standard build?
Yep.
See, now there's a lot better ways to switch stuff out with that build now.
Yeah, I like that one a lot better.
Yeah, I'm playing the Shadal one because it's for fun, just to troll people.
Gotcha.
Because because this one has a good clean matchup because of the fact that I still play Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing also, a deck that did win a few matches at YCS and ARGs, and that people think are total trash until they start off, would be Yang Zing.
Yeah, Yang Zing.
That deck, I own it. It is one of my favorite decks besides Noble Knights and Lights One. I have it built to consistency where I really, because you know how a lot of people are like, it's a slow deck. It starts off slow.
But the problem is like I played against Yang Zings so many times. The reason why I can this deck can easily get around Yang Zings because of the fact that I slow play you game 1. I'll just play the mimic your set game turn 1, and when you try to go aggressive, I'll just stop you right there.
With what card?
It's because a lot of people wouldn't use Pulau.
And this,
I use Pulau.
Yeah, Pulau's a pretty good guy.
No, I meant like this build especially has a better Yang Zing matchup because of the fact that I'll leave the blue boy in my hand, I'll set the dragon instead, and just bounce your monster back in, and then I'll just poke you for damage.
Mm-hmm. See, now one thing that people don't realize is Yazzie can't be targeted. And if I do it properly, he's unaffected by spell, trap, and can't be destroyed by battle.
Mm-hmm.
But this stops you, though.
What stops me? How does that thing stop me?
Because it doesn't target.
Yeah, Shinki Sanctaria is pretty good.
I've never.
And it's gonna be legal next set.
I see, but remember, Yang Zings will be getting a what do you call it? A pendulum monster.
Oh, dude! Speaking of Yang Zings,
have you seen
Cuneo?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's one deck I will warn you guys. A lot of people.
Oh no, you guys may have seen Fushi. I'm talking about Cuneo.
Oh wait, where is it?
Yeah, level 6 Worm type Pendulum effect monster. Attack 0, defense 26, scale 7. That is all we know. Zephyr Cuneo.
We don't know its effect. We don't know any of that.
Oh yeah.
Which is beautiful. And if both of those come out in the same set, boy, am I gonna love it.
We're talking about Zephyrs. What do you guys think of them? Have you guys seen them?
Seen what?
Zephyrs. Zephyra.
I have not. See, everybody, I don't know why people like to depend on them. Yeah, they're good cards, but they're not the best, you know?
This is a deck that I've been testing out for a while, and it's been really dangerous.
Yang Zing are
obnoxious already.
Yeah. See, yeah, I get Reborn Tengu, yes, going back to 3 is definitely, everybody loves it. I personally don't care for the card.
Dude, Reborn Tengu with the new Yusei structure deck and all of the new plant support and all of the new plant support, or like all of the old plant support coming off the ban list.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Tengu Synchro plants might come back.
It might. That is definitely a major possibility. But see now, I like, skill drain. Obviously, the thing to stop a lot of stuff, but yes, it has definitely big cost. But one thing I remember is like Yang Zing have a perfectly great ability when using skill drain, I guess, because it doesn't matter if you stop our effects, because right when sent to the grave, the effect goes off. And that's the only thing I don't like about Yang Zing is you can destroy their chain off easily if you interrupt it with the proper card.
This is another deck.
Yang Zings.
This is a deck this is a deck that I'm afraid of, like, because of the fact that floater stun.
Dude, that honestly looks fucking obnoxious.
A little bit.
Oh god.
See, now with that shit coming out, I gotta definitely bring in Soul Drain. Stop shit going off in the graveyard.
Yeah. I saw another really obnoxious deck that used like Macrocosmoses, Defissures, stuff like that, and it had Thatcher and Vanity's Emptiness.
This card pisses off Necloths right here.
What, Oni Regeki? Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that.
It's like you can't search what I've done, and I've seen this deck actually. I've actually seen people, like OCG players, testing out our lists, and they're laughing at us.
See, OCG players think they're like the best players in the game.
Because they are.
No, technically they are.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's not the fact that they're from Japan.
No, I'm not saying that.
Play style.
Yeah. Well, they had to think a lot more than us because our play style is a lot easier because it's more free flowing, and their play style is a lot more situational and overthinking things, or under whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
but one thing a lot of people
my trips to Japan, I have learned the ways of how to be good at this game. This is what OCG players see when they look at TCG decks. Hang on, I'm gonna link something here. Is there any way to link things in this Google chat thing?
Take a look at that.
Yeah, if you look over in the corner, it's chat.
Right. I just put it in the chat. This is how OCG players see TCG decks.
Wow.
It's because TCG decks play to not lose, and OCG players play to win. That is why they
play to win
against TCG players, because they actually take the initiative and they go aggressive, and TCG players don't.
Well, see, now, that isn't fully true. A lot of us, yes, over 75% of TCG population play defensively and not to lose.
Yeah,
but
that's why you see,
I personally do not. I play to win. I don't care if I lose.
Yeah, and that's why you see like Jeff Jones going in and topping a YCS or an ARG with his 20 craft card Burning Abyss deck, and it's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah. He wasn't playing Burning Abyss, you mean Shadal's. With enemy controller.
Or I think it was Billy Brake or Jeff Jones who topped the ARG with a 20 card Burning Abyss deck.
Oh, you mean 60 card Burning Abyss deck? That was
20 trap. Sorry.
Billy Brake, and that was YCS. Jeff Jones topped three ARGs with Shadal's, Shadal's.
Yeah,
an aggressive build, an incredibly aggressive build.
Yeah.
See, with my Noble Knights, I go aggressive and everything.
I think the Denko Dolls is like one of the best things to ever happen to the TCG format.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's also the most evil.
With enemy controller, you could just and Snatch Steal now. Like this format is they're trying to make us aggressive.
Yeah, you can see it because like they bumped Denko up to like higher rarity because they knew that it would be better in the TCG.
Yeah.
Because of how much more shit the TCG players set.
Yep. See, now when E-Dragons were the most topping dominant thing for TCG, a lot of players who didn't want to afford to buy the deck or do anything, they had to think aggressively or strategically to take them down. Like, I took them down with Lightsworn, but it was a 60 card. Mill off just about everything, told him 5 cards left, JD the field 3 times, and then double Cephalon and kill.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was, you know? And the fact is that, yeah, we're not aggressive. A lot of us are not aggressive because we like to overthink that, because everybody always likes to admit, I think 4 or 5 steps in advance, but you can't really do that if you don't know what I'm playing.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, OCG does that while being aggressive.
Yep. See, the whole thing is, like, a lot of people tech, like, I agree with you, but a lot of people do tech and shit that you would never expect to be teched in. Because a lot of people are like, that's trash, it's terrible. And then it wins the game, and you're like, fuck.
Like, this is the deck that a couple because we had a couple Japan players over here where I was at, and they were laughing at how terrified we were of some of these cards. And I mean, not terrified, but how we overlooked them.
Mm-hmm.
Here, take a look. I'm already halfway through building it. Yeah. This is what an OCG player does with our list.
Snatch Deal. Eh.
That deck looks interesting.
Yeah, that card I love going to 3.
Dude, you know what deck is fucking obnoxious?
What?
What's it called? Final Countdown Stall.
Oh god, no. That thing's annoying. Burn deck.
Okay.
My burn deck that I made, that runs like, it's kind of the standard old fucking nurse burn, but you gotta run that try and guess. That shit hurts even more.
Oh yeah.
Cause then you're like, I don't like you. What is? Ooh, is that like the new card? Yeah, that's the new card. I got you.
And then I'm trying to remember what was that new card that we're gonna get. That's OP. That's a good stun deck card. I'm trying to remember what was that good stun card that we're getting.
Is it a monster spell trap?
Oh wait, now I remember. This is what I used. This was my personal tech.
See, I just like the fact that we're able to get shit. Prohibition. Yeah, I use that
for the
all
tech.
time.
This is for the Yosenju matchup.
Dude, no, I main deck that card in my Noble Knights. That's one of my main deck techs, and I don't switch it out for anything. See, with me, I don't like the side deck. I honestly do not like the side deck. I just don't see... I see the point in it, but it also just takes out the sway of your deck, because it can fuck you up easily. Because siding in one card can make you brick easily. Pompoko, you still there?
Yeah.
Alright. What are your views on all this?
On what?
OCG being dominantly aggressive over us.
That is perfectly fine.
I play control. Like I play control aggression. Like I'll just wait till the right time to punch you in the face. Like oh, you expose your blind spot. Boom, right in the gut.
Hell right in the kissing.
But now, yeah, a lot of what you guys are saying is true, but I personally don't try to go defensive.
I do both because the great thing about this, like, it's not that it's not that we're too controlling. It's just that we rely too much on our what is it? I hate how I lost connection right there. Just when I was building a good deck.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people rely on a lot of shit to win. Like they go.
No, not my floater stun.
I don't know. I just don't go to try to depend on one tactic to win. Like if I have to, I'll just go full retard with it.
Cause I'm a stun player at heart, but I'm a scary stun player.
I don't like stun players. Like stun, I don't see. Stun is just another way of being defensive.
Oh, you really think? Okay, tell me if.
Because you got someone is to stop them from doing things, which is defending yourself from dying. So you're just coming up with a different way to be a defensive player. Like Rock Stun back in the day, oh my god, was that annoying.
See
yeah,
that?
That is defensive up the ass. Right there.
Good deck.
Oh yeah, it definitely is a good deck, but it's also just... Save me. I don't want to die.
This deck is just like, I am going to stop you no matter what. I like Stun because it's like you toy with your opponent. Like, a lot of people don't realize how Mythic Rulers are also underseen.
Mythic Rulers, I don't know.
This is my take on it.
I don't think Rulers should even have been existent. Just like technically saying Wyrms or, what do you call it? Yang Zing are technically the new E-Dragon. They're just a lot easier to shut down if you do something properly. But they are annoying. They do flood the field pretty damn quickly, and they get off their shit, and they're pretty much invincible.
And this is my take on the deck.
Oh, that deck. Fun.
I just love teching this card in on them, on my opponent.
Oh, Vanity?
Yep.
See, now, if I make anything on your field go away, though, like say I compulse you, that goes away.
No, it stays. You have to bottomless. No, you have to torrential. You're gonna have to. Or MST me. But the problem
well, if
is.
I say MST, Night Beam, stuff like that.
Yeah, but if this is the. I spring this when they try to go fast, and then I just slow them, then return
it. It definitely does work. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm saying it. You know, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but.
But the problem with the Therio game is like it's just theory until we actually implement it. Like, this is the neckcloth build me and my friend was just messing around with before we decided to do the Manju build.
See, I love how Konami's coming back with all these rituals and fucking everything.
Yeah, but they had to blow them up, make them too OP.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, we're gonna make a brand new archetype, and we're gonna make it very overpowered in the fact it makes everything unaffected. And that's that. But we're gonna make them have a weakness. I don't know. When that deck comes around to us fully, then I'll have to worry about it.
Yeah, but it is gonna come very soon.
I don't know how soon though. What's that? Do you think it's coming out?
It's in Secret Forces.
Hey, did you read some of that Curry today?
And I'm gonna mess around with Lightsworn. I'm still gonna play Noble Knights. I'm still gonna play Yang Zing. So, do you think this deck is gonna start out cheap, or do you think it's gonna be expensive right off the bat?
It's gonna be really cheap because it's like a hidden arsenal. It's a hidden arsenal deck basically.
Gotcha. But I mean, if everybody's gonna start playing it, it'll eventually become expensive.
I doubt it because like the only thing that's gonna probably be expensive is Gungnir and Illusion. Because those are in Secrets of Eternity.
Necro's Illusion is a noble rare.
Here?
Gungnir is going to be an ultra ulti.
Okay, then I'll just pick those up and then pick up the rest and then just build the deck.
I've got like $200 to the side for Necklace.
It might not even be $100. It might be less. Because you forget, Manju. The only expensive card is going to be like cards like Manju and Senju.
I'm just grabbing, fucking, what's it called? 2 boxes of Secret Forces, because I also want to build Tamers because they're kind of fun.
Which one? The Spirit Beast? They're fine. I tried them and, like, they're gonna be good, but wait till, because the reason why I still feel like Shaddolls are still a thing is because of the fact that just because we have power creep doesn't mean we don't have resources once the water one comes out.
I don't know. I just don't personally think Shaddolls are the best thing around.
They're the most diverse. I meant the most flexible deck out of the.
Every deck has flexibility, but they're a very come and go situational deck. It's just the fact a few cards can.
These are very.
That's just like saying every other deck, but there are multiple cards that can stop you from fusion summoning. There's all that shit. But yes, MST is a thing. So is Prohibition and all that stupid shit like that. It's just based on the player and how the playstyle goes.
You also forgot that in even though it's in another area, but when you look at OCG how they shafted Shaddolls to hell, they're still making their tops here and there. They were still making their tops.
Yeah, but you gotta admit that the tops went down and down and down, lower and lower. They didn't stay at the exact amount.
It actually stayed pretty much the same like they were when Qliphorts came out. Like the fact that like I've been seeing a lot of the Shriek OCG deck lists. Like there's either Shaddolls, Neklos, or Qliphort.
Yeah, I just don't personally think, in my opinion, that they're the scariest deck. Same with Quillorps. They're really not the.
They're just the most
best
flexible. They're one of the more flexible decks because they have so much wiggle room. They have so much wiggle room with the deck. Like the deck literally could just sit there and recover.
That's the same as saying with Yang Zing, I can synchro a monster and make it not destroyed by battle and just sit there until I can come back with something. And that's the same way with saying any stall deck, any chain burn deck, any deck that can bring out multiple copies of something. Like fairies. One thing everybody always overlooks is Archlord Christia. If I bring that bitch out, you can't do anything. You can't special summon. And then if I also bring out Consecrated Light against you, you can't use effects of dark monsters, you can't attack with dark monsters, and I take no damage from dark monsters.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on this.
Just, yes, the decks nowadays are catered to being easily used, and yes, they have wiggle room, but every single deck has wiggle room. But, you know, like I said before, it's all based on the player you're facing and how they think.
Wow, this is actually pretty good. And the thing about the Neklos, like it's got so much aggression. It's not even funny.
Right now I'm playing Neklos against a Yosenju beat deck. It's pretty funny.
Well, Yosenju just beats for days.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you playing, the Pendulum or the pure just level 4 beatdown?
Oh no, I'm playing Neklos against a Yosenju deck.
I prefer Yosenju though. Yosenju's such a fun deck. It's what Fire Fist wanted to be.
Yeah, but you know, like Roland was saying, now that Reborn Tengu is back to 3 and a bunch of the plant support's coming back, that's probably gonna be a dominant deck again sooner enough here.
I doubt it because the plant deck power creep the hell out. Like like even with the Synchron deck out there in the OCG, like even if they were to let's say they have 3 Tengu over there, they wouldn't be doing crap over there because of all the other stuff that's power creeped to.
No, I'm saying over here, not over there.
No. Like the OCG had our list and everything. The plant deck would have power creeped. Would have been power creeped.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more powerful decks right now. Because, like the fact that they just brought back Tengu because the only deck that Tengu can fit well in now and it will not die is Yosenju.
I wouldn't say that much. I mean, plant decks are still a thing. Sylvans are still a thing.
Yeah, but Sylvans don't use Tengu.
No, I know. I'm saying they're still a plant deck. They're still out there. They're still very relevant. They're still deadly. But it all depends on the player. It all depends on the player.
Yes, relevant, maybe, yeah.
Because everybody said, oh, 6 samurais were dead, but then they went and started beating people over in Yulan, or however the fuck you want to say it. Mulan.
Milan, yeah. The reason why is because 6 Sams were geared to handle this kind of format where spell effects are deadly.
Yeah, but that's also... Yes, 6 samurais are deadly, but you don't see everybody playing them. I mean,
No, what I mean is like they can handle the spell effects better because spell effects are deadly in this format.
Yeah. They could also handle the trap effects, but that's... Any deck can handle them if you put Beast and Barkion into any deck that can synchro well.
Even raccoons can be a thing, but...
Raccoons are definitely still a thing, it's hilarious. Necroz, I was looking at a video and this one guy was just facing off against Necroz, however you want to say them, and they couldn't beat raccoons because raccoons were just there being dominant against them. Because if you copy their biggest monster, you're sitting there like, what the fuck do I do?
But it's just that the problem with this deck is like the meta is so fast in terms of power scaling and also rate of recovery.
Now, what's the main attribute of Necroz? Is it dark?
They're water.
It's water.
It's a water-based deck. Okay, so they're technically... Then you can also say, hey, look, Gishki.
They're the better version of Gishki.
Just like Stella Knights are the better version of Constellars, and the other deck's the better version of fucking...
Evil Swarm. And...
Yeah. They'll vamp a deck that was good, and they'll revamp it to make it gigantically good. I'm just waiting for that one day when, a lot of people come back. A lot of decks that weren't good back in the day come make a great comeback because of the support they get.
I'm still waiting for my 6 Samurai support, but you don't see me crying.
6 Samurais, I honestly don't think are getting support anymore.
They could get. You forget this. It's a deck that's freaking iconic in Japan, especially because it's their culture right there. Like Bujins, it's their culture. They might
Finally, I draw an MST in like 17
Fire
turns later.
Fists are mainly China's based game right there, but
yeah,
I don't think 6 Sams are gonna really get a real pure 6 Samurai monster spell or trap card support unless they bring back like Gateway and Shienda 2.
I mean monster. They need a new monster. They
They
need
have
a new
plenty of monsters.
synchro. They need a new synchro. That is it. Like the problem is like the only good synchro in 6 Sams that is 6 Sam specific is Xian. They need a more diverse synchro pool than just going Xian, Beast, Barkion.
There's so many more plays though. Because I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't like using Great Shogun Sheen, but people use it, and then when my brother uses it, he fucking brings out that Xian keys and it wins game automatically.
But the problem with that build though is like it's inconsistent because of Shogun. If you dead draw Shogun,
I wouldn't say that much. Because if you play it off the way where you have so much search support and thinning, that's really not a problem at all. Because one thing people still don't remember is Magical Mallet's still a card. Reload's still a card. Card Trader's still a card.
Terraforming's still a card.
Terraforming is still a card, but not a card for fucking 6 Sams.
UAs are still a card.
be right back.
I need to finish this deck too.
Dude, this guy had a Solemn Warning, 2 Fiendish Chains, a Vanity's Emptiness, and let's see, what did I say already? He had just so much good stuff, and then still managing to win.
One thing that is a good thing that he used, a lot of people don't really agree with me, but 6 Samurais and Noble Knights combined
No.
makes very deadly game.
No, just no.
Yes, and you know it works. Yeah, I want to actually try to make the challenge of somebody putting 6 samurai, heroes, and noble knights together.
Go for it. You got most of the stuff.
Sounds like
I know I
shit.
got definitely the most stuff. It may sound like shit, but if you can get Xian out, and then you can get your Sacred out, and then you can bring out one of the masked heroes, you kind of get to sit there and say, I win. Or you could take 6 samurai and put Big C and Paulo in it, and say, hey, Synchro, I'm unaffected by shit. Yay. Because what? 6 samurai, Xian requires a 6 samurai monster and a warrior tuner, right?
Okay.
You bring him out, and then you can bring out, like, Goyo Guardian, stuff like that. Which, what do you guys think of Goyo going to 2?
That's alright.
Do you think it really reigns supreme over like it used to, being
No.
at 2?
No. Because not many people used it when it was at 1.
I know, that's weird, but hey, why not? Goyo is definitely a nice card, but I just don't really see it's coming back to what it used to be.
UAs, I will finish you one day.
You already have most of the UA stuff, man.
I know, it's just mainly trying to get like extra staple stuff and all that.
You
Are
made
you
it like
going
dirt
stuff?
cheap. Come on, man.
No, I got like all the UA. The only UA card I'm missing is the stadiums.
Really? I thought you
Yeah.
had all 3.
No, I thought I was getting all 3, but the guy never sent them. So. And plus, Jonas wanted to be a dick muncher and all that. So I'm just missing 3 stadiums, and then I just gotta get like staple stuff. Like I gotta get 2 spell strikers, 2 warrior lady of the wasteland.
Okay, so apparently we have comments.
Got 1. I think I got a wasteland somewhere.
Oh god. Good and Evil in the Burning Abyss picture.
And
Somebody posted
Alright.
that they want to
This
talk
card is
about
used.
Black Wings.
Okay. This card is used to
Probably
retrieve summon
Thomas.
Malekith, another Lord of the Burning Abyss. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose level equals 6 or more. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard 1 Burning Abyss monster from your hand. Add 1 Burning Abyss monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Good and Evil in the Burning Abyss once per turn.
wow.
That looks pretty damn good.
That's
I
pretty damn sexy,
really,
but
Which card?
really hate Burning Abyss.
Oh, you mean the new Burning Abyss stuff?
Mm-hmm.
The OP stuff that makes the deck just go climbing up higher ladders now?
Burning Abyss is really fucking gay.
This is why I feel like this deck, like Konami just screwed the pooch on this deck. It should have been a fun deck. Now it's like, dear God, no!
Like, please, no more Burning Abyss support.
So
No,
who had
no,
3 extra
please.
bonus they want to send me?
no, it's like, please, errata the hell out of the effects, because that is way too broken. The fact that they could just be sent by any means
yeah.
to the grave. If it just said, sent to the grave by card effect, like Shadal's,
Yeah.
it'd be fine.
Now, looking at decks that are getting some more support, and
UA
coming
is
back,
getting support.
Black Wings. Gal's going back to 3, and they are getting some more support cards.
Still shit.
What? You still think they're still shit?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't, like, it. Okay, picture that you have a pile of shit, because that's what they are now.
Which
It
one?
doesn't matter how much glitter you put on them, they're still going to be shit.
Which deck?
Really?
I've seen them definitely still
I
dominate
2-0'd that shit with
Which deck?
too easy.
Black Wings.
Oh,
What deck did you use?
Black Wings? Yeah,
Noble Knight. Like,
with the new support.
They're new support
With the new
monsters.
support, it's a possibility.
yeah, with the new support. And
That's what I was saying, though. With the new support and Gal going back to 3,
It's a high
They-
chance it's gonna be a good deck, but it's still like
not
it's-
top tier.
it's still power creep the hell into oblivion. Like the fact that that the new format, like look at Boojins. Boojins did better than what Blackbeast could have ever done.
Mhm.
The fact that they could play floodgates and control the board while protecting themselves with the cranes, and
See,
now
the whole
Honest.
thing is, yeah, Honest is at 2, but still, if I attack into you, and then you do crane, 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 honest, or honest, crane, 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 honest, you only get 1 crane effect off, and then the 2 honests.
That's why it's built in. You can only use a crane once. Like you. That's why they built it where you only use 1 crane. That's why you do honest, chain crane. Crane goes first. It goes 36. You gain your opponent's attack, and you take the 36. You take a heavier damage.
Yeah, and then once those all go off, Blackwing players can still say, ooh, clue, clue.
But the problem with Kalut is like it's a set a number of attack that you gain.
Yeah, no, it's 14.
Compared to
14,
Boojin.
Yeah, no, Boojins are just, gain this amount, this amount, and this amount.
It doesn't gain, it just becomes double the original, so I'm like, yeah, flip it.
And now, see how Honest is going back to 2, I do think people are going to mind drain a lot of shit. They're going to do mind drain a lot.
Yeah, no. The problem with mind drain, like, if you play mind drain in this format, like, it's horrible because of the fact that you're wasting that slot for what, your 1 matchup.
Well, yeah, that's why you signed it in.
That's no, like, but you're wasting that slot for 1 when you can make it more blanket your side deck.
I don't know, but Snatch Steal coming back and all that shit, which I do like Snatch Steal coming back because it doesn't target. I don't think it ever will target. I mean, no one can really stop that. Unless you do, like...
MST.
Yeah. Unless you do that, then yeah.
But one thing I like about this next format, though, is the fact that now it's more open. Like, we have a more open-up format again. Like, the fact that Snatch Steal is a thing, like... As a Shaddoll player, I like Snatch and Steal because of the fact that I could steal my opponent's monster and OTK you harder. The fact that I can open up an OTK now faster than ever, like, it helps me against Cleaforts especially, because if my opponent does the Cleafort, the sacrifice with any Clee monster, I take their Clee monster, hit them with their Clee monster, hit them with my Shaddoll monster. Shaddoll fuse with my hand, hit you for more damage consistently.
Yeah. See, but everybody also likes to think that those top 3 decks are the best decks ever played right now, and that they're the hardest to be beat. You know?
Well, it is the harder. It's like Cleaforts are not the hardest to beat, but they're more powerful than our previous decks could be, except Teledad format, in which it was the most broken format in my opinion, and it was the most fun.
I personally think when Lightsworns were the top thing, they were the most funnest. Or that was the funnest.
Same here. Like, but
Teledad Lightsworn right now are still definitely a prominent thing, and they could still take down Quillorps, Shaddolls, Burning Abyss. All that
Not
shit.
Shaddolls though. Shaddolls, like, they're gonna have a harder time. Actually, they had a harder time last format because of Super Poly, but they're especially gonna have a much harder time with the fact that I can Snatch Steal your Lightsworn, hit you with your own Lightsworn monster, keep it on my side of the field to mill, and then Shaddoll fuse when I feel like it.
Well, I can still enemy controller back and MST Snatch Steal and all that shit.
Yeah, but you also forgot, like, if you enemy controller, I could
also Lila.
I could book the monster.
Huh?
Or if I play Book of Moon in Mines, I could just book the monster with Snatch and Steal, and I still keep it.
Yeah.
And then you just tributed a monster for what?
This is true, but still.
That's the problem. Like with this format, it's like it's so flexible. Like the top deck.
Yeah, it just depends on the player and how they play it.
Yeah, because the top tier decks, like you could play aggressive or control, and you still do fine.
Yep. You could do a lot of shit this format and still top and still win and still beat everyone that you come against. But it's just the way that you play, how the way you think in situations and all that shit.
Like that.
Just depends.
But that's why I feel like this format is not. I don't feel anything like it's still the same.
Yeah. I don't know. It just, like I said, it just depends. Hell, you could destroy. What do you call it? You could destroy Quilorps constantly. Every single player you face against who uses Quilorps, you could beat them, but then you could be beat by a weird version of Quilorps.
So now here's the question that I have for all of you. Like, what is your guys' opinion on the new not the new archetype, but the new Gold series? What is your expectations of the new Gold series?
I'm not really expecting that much. It's Konami. What do you expect?
More UA support.
Nah, it's not going to be UA support.
I honestly think Vanity is going to be reprinted again as gold.
Vanity's emptiness?
Yep.
It would be cheaper, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, they have common, they have secret, they have super.
They don't have super.
They don't have super?
Nope, they only have common, secret.
Okay. Well, they have those. They can still definitely go gold, and then a super, then an ulti. Still, those are still possibilities of the card.
I feel we might get the new Blackwing support in there. Because it's such a... It is a fun deck. Like, I love Blackwings to hell. Like, it's one of my... It's a deck that has a soft spot in my heart.
Like Lightsworn, I played them for 4 years. Even when E-Dragons were the top thing, Lightsworn would still be my babies. And the thing is, I beat E-Dragons with Lightsworn. Not all the time, but I still did. It was very, very, very fun. Like, Micaiah probably still remembers when I did fucking 60 card Lightsworns. He also remembers my 60 card Raccoon deck.
Oh yeah, Shadow Boojins. I could try that deck next. Boojin Shadows. With 2 Honest now, I can play Boojin Shadows.
See, now, there is one flaw to that, is that what if you don't really draw Boojins that much?
The Shadows will just take care of it. Like, I can... That's what
I like, but yeah, I just think that, you know, mistakes still out there, everything is still out there, and it all depends. But, again, I'll say is that it depends on the person that you're facing and the player itself.
Wait, one thing I like about this... I can't wait for the new format, though. Honestly, I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm happy for it. Just ready to get it going. But yeah, Thomas was the one who wanted me to bring up the fact of Blackwings.
Thomas. My brain.
You're so bad.
He's decent with Blackwings.
Are you serious?
He was actually good with what do you call it too? With Gravekeepers.
My brain hurts when you brought him up. Ow.
But yeah, I mean, he has his flaws like any Yu-Gi-Oh player does too, but...
Are you saying some or a lot of flaws?
Some flaws. I mean, he'll listen to people. He does all that shit, which is good. It's just some decks he's not good at, and a lot of decks there's some decks he's good at, and a lot of decks he's not good at. But that's the same with me. Same with Micah. Same with G-Max. Same with Avery. Same with any player in this world who plays Yu-Gi-Oh. There's not one player in this world who can take every deck and beat every single player he comes against with it. There's no one.
As long as luck's a factor in this game, no.
Luck is definitely a factor, but there's no one who doesn't brick. There's no one who doesn't do any of that shit. You will constantly have mistakes in your plays. You'll fuck up eventually. No matter how good you are, you will fuck up.
They're just so fucking obnoxious. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Wow, you actually share the same sentiments I have.
Hmm?
No, your friend. He has the same feelings that I have for Thomas sometimes.
Who, Roland?
Yeah.
This is the first time meeting him.
Oh.
He's in Noble Knight group, so he's like, I'll join, so I gave him the link.
The Noble Knights are OP, though.
I know Noble Knights are OP, that's why I've played them since they were fucking Rabbit format.
My
Since
friend
Rabbit was the top thing.
My friend has his entire deck.
But I didn't actually play them. I played them on Dev Pro until like a year or two ago when I got them.
I think my friend has his German.
Yeah.
German Noble Knights.
The one deck that is the most auto-played deck ever in this game, well, Tiers 2, would be Mermails and E-Dragons.
At least you didn't say Spellbooks, because Spellbooks do have a lot of skill in there.
I wouldn't say a lot of skill, but yes, they do take skill to play. You have to know what you do. See, if you're a Noble Knight player, you'll understand them. You know?
Not just a Noble Knight player. If you're just like if you played Protect the Castle before, or if you played I gotta play very slow.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta destroy you while I'm being slow. Yeah, you know how I feel. And I played Spellbooks when they first came out.
Yeah.
Right when Return of the Duelist came out, I started picking up that deck because I knew it had potential.
Yeah. Well, the deck definitely does. It's good, but when was out, that one spellbook deck, that one spellbook card, Judgment, when that was out, that deck was totally. But it's gonna win.
It was fun.
That was when that deck took no skill to play.
Actually, I played only one.
We gave it to a 5-year-old kid at my locals, and he won with the deck when that was out there.
I played only one though.
I know what I'm saying. When that thing was there, that's when the deck took no skill at all to play.
I played, I think, one Judgment when even though I had 3 at that time.
Yeah.
And I was still
It comes back.
If it comes back, they better fix it.
Why are you saying that?
Because I agree with a lot of sentiments with a lot of the players. Like, the fact that you could recur for any spell you play is just not fair.
See, now, if they do that and then ban Secrets and Fate at the same time to bring that back, that'd be amazing.
No. They bring it back, errata it, where it says you can add a spellbook card for equal to the number of spellbook spell cards you played this turn. Fine. That's balance.
Not really, because if I say, I play this, play tower, play a bunch of other shit, and then activate that, you've grabbed every other spellbook card in your deck to your hand.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, at most, like, you don't play every spellbook spell now because of the fact that Wisdom's Fate's at 1, so you only play it at max 3 to 4 per turn.
You play 2 Master, 3 Secrets, 1 or 2 Power.
Yeah, but
up to 2 Towers. It's just.
But what I mean is, per turn, you're only playing at most 3 to 4 per turn. Because you're not gonna play. You're not gonna play frickin' you're probably gonna play the Star Hall, but you're not gonna be playing like frickin' balls to the wall aggressive, because if you have Crescent, and Judgment, you're gonna play Crescent first.
Mm-hmm.
And that minuses you one spell card you can add back.
But all I gotta say is spellbooks are still definitely competitive.
They're my favorite. They're like something that no one.
They're not totally competitive, but they're still competitive. Same with Blackwing. Same with fucking.
They're like tier 2.
What?
They're like tier 2.
Spellbooks?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there are actually.
I wouldn't say that.
My definition of tier 2 is like that deck that it doesn't win tournaments like regularly. It's not like the first deck you would imagine would win a tournament. But if it does, you wouldn't be very surprised.
Yeah.
That's about where spellbooks are for me.
Tier 2
what about Noble Knights? What do you think Noble Knights are for you?
Tier 3.
I say they're 1.5.
I'd say they're 2.5, tier 3 in between. Because they're missing so much. They had so much potential with this deck.
Tier 3 is like, you would be very surprised if it won a tournament.
That's what I'm saying. Like with Noble Knights, it's like they had so much potential with that archetype.
Now in tournament, are we talking about like ARG and that, or are we talking about locals?
ARG.
I've seen them win every once. Like Mulan, they won a lot of matches there.
He means win an entire tournament.
That means you can't say then the same saying with Shaddolls. They don't constantly top. But they get beat out by Burning Abyss.
Shaddolls do top very regularly. Shaddolls are one of the decks that you would expect to top extremely easily.
Yeah. Same with Cool Orbs.
But the problem
you don't expect that.
The problem is like Dolls have a good matchup with Burning Abyss. Like even with their new support, they still have a good matchup. That's the funny thing. Like
that's why like next format, like Shaddolls are going to be moved down to tier 2 because they're going to be the deck that you wouldn't immediately expect to top, but you wouldn't be extremely surprised if they did.
Yeah, because of Necklace.
Now with like freaking what do you call it with Lightsworns, they got their new support. And honestly, it's coming back to 2. They will be a pain in the ass to face off if you face them.
I'll laugh.
Not saying they're definitely going to win an ARG or a YCS, but they will kind of be competitive. I see them as tier 2.5, where it's kind of hard to expect them to top, but they can definitely top.
Yeah,
all I can say is next format after the new one, after this upcoming new one, Necklace are going to get shafted hard. Because of the fact that you can't power creep that deck. It's like very hard. Like the OCG tried to power creep it and it failed. So they had to shaft it.
I don't know. Necklace do definitely show promise for a lot of players, but
they lose to Vanities.
I don't know. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but the problem is like
they lose to Mistake. A lot of that shit.
The problem is still like the fact that you can Denko most of your like you Denko the back row. You just basically have to worry about other things. That's why I play I side deck for my spellbooks next format. I actually side Droll and Lockbirds now.
Mm-hmm.
See, I still main the 3 Veiler in case I do run into Deco Sekka.
Yeah, but the problem is like the Denko, like the Veiler will only work their turn.
Yeah, and then you do that, and then if you have a set Fiendish or a set something, you can just do that on the turn. Then their effects are negated.
Yeah, and then they'll just MST it. The problem is like the fact like you said like with Necklace, they're playing a lot of back row removal. They're gonna play back row removal up the Yin Yang to protect that Denko.
Yeah. Like, you can still use Safe Zone.
And they also have...
Still something.
And they also have the famous... They can play Tidal in that deck, too.
Yeah.
And Tidal is just unfair because of the fact that you can now just hit them for consistent damage after you use up your Necklace.
See, Necklace, like you said, are going to be cheap. They're kind of going to be like... Not guaranteeing they're going to be over $5 at the start, but you know.
They're going to be the new Inzectors, the prices.
See now, Inzectors,
Evil
can still pose a threat.
thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean by the pricing, like how everything in that deck was cheap except one card, Hornet.
Mhm.
But even Hornet wasn't that busted. It was like 40 plus.
Yep.
Or Evil Swarms, because they were basically the same thing, and they're actually more comparable because they came in the Hidden Arsenal pack, and Mechbots are also a Hidden Arsenal style pack.
And true, that's a better comparison, but you know what I mean. Like they're cheap. They're gonna be cheap as hell, especially with Preparation Gang or reprint in that set.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that if you can get Denko Sekov, you're basically set for a little while.
They don't even need to play Denko, and like everything else is getting reprinted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
that's the only thing you're gonna need. Denko's like
Denko is damn good, and I'm not saying that it's like a bad card or anything, but there are variants that do top without Denko, and it shows that you don't like need Denko in order to win with the deck.
Yeah, but you don't. But when you play it, it's a devastating play though. That's the thing about.
Oh yeah.
One thing that is funny though is
I love Denko, and personally, I am going to play it in my variant. I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about building on a budget,
yeah,
or even if you're off a budget, Denko, like, skipping out on Denko is not a bad idea.
What do you call it? One thing that is pretty funny though is if you can make it so the card doesn't get destroyed, 5-headed dragon. If you can make that card not get destroyed by something, you're basically sitting there saying you have to kill me by a light monster. So I keep hitting all your freaking Necros. If you can protect it some way and you keep hitting them, you're perfectly set. but that's
going. Now you're just going into the realm of fantasy with that 5-headed dragon.
Actually, not really, because you still have decks out there that run just dragon, and it is definitely with dragons.
Yeah, but again, you're running into fantasy land because of the fact that if you can consistently make 5-headed dragon, then I would have seen it in the meta, right? Like
well, it's not that hard to make consistently. Yes, it is. It's very hard to make it. Well, to make it the best play and have it every single turn, but it's not that hard to get it to where you can do that.
Yeah, but again,
because remember, if you can put the Lightsworn engine into a deck that runs a lot of dragons, you can still do Fusion Gate to bring out 5-headed. You can do Dragon's Mirror to bring out 5-headed. You can do Poly to bring out 5-headed. The possibilities are there.
Oh god, you really love that card, don't you?
What, 5-headed?
Yes.
Oh god, no, I've never used it in a deck. I'm just saying though.
But you're talking like you love that card, man.
Hey, I still love Snipe Hunter, and Snipe Hunter does still show relevance.
My favorite.
Have you guys seen the Gold series? This is kind of a change of subject.
Have
you guys seen
favorite
the series?
Yeah.
Or the new one?
Have.
Do you think the Elemental Hero Blaze Man is going to be in it?
Blaze Man?
As an import?
Yeah, I will.
And I don't know. It does show
feeling it will.
definitely possibilities, but
because I feel like the fate of heroes in the TCG now falls on Blaze Man's shoulders.
Blaze Man, we need you.
Oh god. The good and the bad. The good and the bad end of the Burning Abyss. I just saw the ritual spell.
All I know, man, is that
artwork is beautiful.
Artorigus is dead. It's saddening. Yeah. I just went back to Noble Knights, but still, Artorigus is dead in the series, in the whole storyline.
I hate to say this, though.
All
hail Lansolion!
Dude, you know how Medrop made a cameo in the Divine Comedy?
Yeah.
It would be pretty damn cool if he made a cameo in the Burning Abyss cards.
That would be pretty funny. I don't know. But alright, I gotta end the live stream because I gotta get off to go to work tomorrow.
Alright, later, homie.
Alright, thank you guys for coming in. Great discussion. Yep. Probably have one 5 days before, or no, in a few days before the new year. Alright. Peace out.
Alright.